Good morning, everybody. This is the Monday morning meeting for the Board of Assessors, March 21st. We have two members present, so we're going to start. I reviewed the last week's minutes this morning, and the things that are carried over are the Verizon utility valuation appraisal and the reminders for the, did I put that on here? Yeah, the 3ABC forms for the tax exempt organizations, which we will discuss. Okay, so number two, you guys have the abatement from last time that was voted on. That's our final one that you have to sign. Tammy typed it up. And I've actually sent an email to the applicant and explained exactly what happened. And she was very pleased with the outcome.
Good. So with that being said, so Tom or Gary needs to stop in and sign this.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I can do that. Is there, it would be best if I could do it on Wednesday. Would that work for you, Mike, or does it?
Yeah, anytime this week, Tom. Yep,
Okay,
anytime. Let's see, number three, I have the printed agreement for the 505 Verizon New England utility valuations. It has to be submitted no later than June 1st. And again, they need as many communities. If they don't get a majority of the communities, which I think they already have on board, then I guess it's back to the drawing board. But I have it printed out, and there's just one line for the Stockbridge Board of Assessors, but you probably should all sign it. If you just want to sign next to it. I also have to go online and at least have Gary do the digital signature, or he can give me permission to do it. So I have that right here. So Tom, that'll have to be signed too.
So again, we agreed to do this last.
Yes, that was agreed to use the DOR agreement with Verizon for fiscal year. Oh, here comes Gary. Hi, Gary.
Good morning.
We just started, so I'll just backtrack.
The traffic is horrible in town.
It is.
So when are the minutes? So you have to sign the certificate for the applicant from last week that we agreed upon. That's the appraisal, or that's the agreement for the 505 Verizon that we talked about.
Yeah.
Last few meetings. And it has to be signed digitally too. Gary, do you mind if I go in and just sign that digitally?
No.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you can do that.
Well, I mean, you can come in the office. I mean,
Yeah.
watch me do it. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Because I can't actually email it to you. It's sent right to mine. They keep sending a new link every time you go in.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. Number four, I talked to Roy Bishop last week. We had a long conversation. He is the appraiser that we've hired for many
Yeah.
revals to do our appraisal for the Glendale hydropower facility. And he definitely is on board to do it again for fiscal year 23. Pretty much at the same, usually it's around $2,000, between $2,000 and $2,500. But he's going to send us the contract for that, or the quote for that. I talked to him midweek last week, so that should be coming. And that's another one of the ones that will be taken out of the overlay, transferred when we go to the town meeting. So that he's on board for that. Number five, we talked about it at our last meeting, and I showed you the tax exempt organizations that have not returned their 3ABC forms yet. One out of the list did return, so there's still four that Tammy and I will send out letters this week to remind them. And I was thinking about using May 1st as the deadline for that, if they go out at the end of the week. I signed up, number six, I signed up for an MAAO course, basically because I'm sort of panicking over my credits because I need a certain amount of credits before November.
Right.
And with everything that's changing and, meetings starting up in person and everything, the education side of it is still through Zoom. And I'm not sure if they're actually going to be doing an assessor's school this year. And if they do, it won't be at UMass from what I'm told. And I'd rather take something now, not wait until I'm knee deep in the reval come August. And I won't have time to get my credits in. So I'm actually taking, and I signed up for MAA course 6, which is just basically a refresh of the certification standards for doing valuation. And it's a 4-day course, next Thursday, Friday, and then the following week it's Thursday and Friday with an exam as well that I don't have to take to get the credits. So I just thought I'd sign up for it. Cheryl still has to send the check in and I hope they get it in time. If not, I'll call them and tell them that it's in the mail. So, and if there is another, if the USPAP course comes up for the appraisal credits, I want to take that as well, but that'll only be a 7-hour, 1-day course. Just in case they don't have it at the assessor's school or do the assessor's school at all this year. We're organizing number 7, a roundtable meeting on April 13th. I actually got the notification. I'm on the Berkshire County board, so we're trying to do something, and this is actually going to offer 4 certification credits for me as well. It's on a Wednesday. Tammy's not going to go. She's in Terry's office that day. But the topics is, again, roundtable, everything can come up. But what we're focusing on is the MAAO utility. Go ahead.
So the MAAO is the
Massachusetts Assessors Association.
And then the BCAA
is the Berkshire County Assessors Association. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those two we work very, very closely with. More so, I'm directly involved in the Berkshire County Association, not so much the MAAO. We all are members of that, all of us in this room. So we do have a say, but really we plan everything for the Berkshire County Association. And what we're trying to do is, now that we can meet in person, we're thinking of a venue, and we've got money in our budget to cover some of these meetings and pay for the local assessors for free. But anyone that wants to come from out of town, because usually they invite the Hampshire County assessors, they would have to pay, I think, $15, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll leave this out here if you guys want to go. I'm definitely going to go. I'll leave this if you want to look at it, what the topics are. And
what were the topics again, Mike?
So it's going to be exemptions. It's really we're trying to bring up the amount of the exemptions for the elderly from 500 to 1,000, but do it see if the state will do it, so we don't have to pick up the extra amount.
Yeah.
That's being talked about. Marijuana valuation of growth facilities, retail and outdoor cultivation, post-COVID assessments, and the current structure of assessing offices, and what is our profession going to look like in the future. I threw that one in because we had talked about having the MAAO host certain credits for college students to come in, kind of get them interested in the field, because a lot of assessors are leaving the profession, they're retiring, and a lot of the reval services are coming in and taking over. And I know a lot of communities aren't particularly happy with that. So we're trying to promote it and get it out there and see what we can do. So those are the topics. If you're interested, I have to send that back before.
How are you getting the credits? Did you go through MAAO?
Yeah, they have to get permission. Okay. Yeah, Paula King, the assessor in Pittsfield, handles all that. Mm-hmm. And so she, it's nice that we get these credits. This will help me because, again, I need them.
But who's giving the topics? Is it going to be just the locals?
It's just us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's round table. So we're just going to, and it doesn't have to be limited to these topics. the roundtable ones are really great. And we're not sure yet if this is going to be looked at as our true spring meeting or if we can organize a better one where we can have speakers come out from the DOR. It's always tough to do that because, you know, they've got to take a day out of their schedule and it's very difficult. I mean, the last meeting we had the new head of the Bureau of Local Assessment come out. That one was great. That was our first post-COVID meeting.
Now, is this going to be Zoom or in person?
I think this is only in person,
Okay. And where are you going to have it?
Lennox Town Hall.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yep.
And what do you serve on the board? Are you member at large? Are you?
I'm on the executive committee. They want me to do more, but I don't want to do that right now. I mean, I know this year Paula will be, she'll remain on the executive committee, but she's trying to push other people to do the presidency and the vice presidency. I did that many, many, many years ago, and I'm not sure, trying to get Tammy to come on. So we'll see. I mean, the nominations don't start until the fall meeting, and we'll see. We did bring on board the assessor in Lennox, and she's great. So she may want to go further with it, but right at this point, I'm fine on being on the executive committee. It's a good board, and we do try to get a lot out there, and we just haven't had a chance to, because of COVID, really do these big meetings like we used to. And again, even when we do, so many people have retired and we just can't. I think the last meeting we barely had 20 assessors there, and we invited every county there was. So, and again, that could have been because of the pandemic, you know.
I think they had something to do with it.
Probably, I'm sure it did. So I'll leave that if you guys want to go. Let's see. Do we have anyone in the audience?
Nope.
Okay, I did add that in, by the way. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah. I think we have to.
Yeah.
Yep. So number 8, is there an update, Tom?
Yes, the Stockbridge Pilot Committee met on March 9th. And at that meeting was Jay Bykowski, Roxanne McCaffrey, who has stepped into becoming an official member of the committee, and Peter Strauss and myself. And David Wazalewski remains active in terms of administrating. We are looking for a 5th member. The Board of Selectmen put out a notice quite a few weeks ago and had one applicant, and we decided to postpone to extend the period where people can make an application up until March 22nd, actually, March 24th, excuse me, today, March 24th. And so that will be Thursday. So if anyone is interested in joining, they should notify the Board of Selectmen prior to their meeting on March 24th. And if people have any questions about it or would like to talk to me personally about what's involved, would it be okay if they contact you, Mike, and
Sure.
perhaps you could sort of put them in touch with me? I'm reluctant to give out my phone number in this manner, but I would be happy to talk to individually anyone today, tomorrow, Wednesday, or Thursday morning about what's involved.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Our next meeting is tentatively scheduled for March 30th. Hopefully we'll have a full board then. And at that point, we hope to approve the final questionnaire and really proceed with our job to reach out to all the non-for-profits. Just by the way, for the one it is felt that it should not be somebody representing a specific organization or a specific not-for-profit. It should be citizens of Stockbridge that, you know, you can be part of a not-for-profit, but you're not representing the not-for-profit. You're representing yourself as a concerned citizen, a concerned taxpayer that wants to see fairness and equity in payments in lieu of taxes. Do any you guys have any questions about this, or?
No?
We also very much wanted to thank Gary for his service on the pilot committee, and we really appreciate that for helping us get launched, and hopefully we'll have this project finished within a year.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay,
I
great.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom. So we have one exemption.
So you should ask the whole question thing, even though it's
Yep.
over here, but
Yeah.
we should at least acknowledge that there's
Right, well,
agenda 9.
we've added, as per suggestion by Doug at our last meeting, to add a line item for questions or comments from our Zoom or live audience. And at the moment, we don't have anyone in the room, and I don't believe we have anyone in the Zoom meeting, but we will keep that active for every meeting, just in case anybody does have any questions or concerns. Especially this year, because this is a certification year for evaluations, and there's a lot of things that are going on. And I actually just found out that they're also going to be doing a major update to our online mapping. We got a memo last week from Cartographics, and it's actually very exciting. Lots of changes that they're going to be implementing in July to the online software. I wasn't aware that they were working on an overhaul of it, because I think it's already fantastic, but anything that can improve is a good thing. So just stay tuned for that, because I think that's going to be exciting. So again, we have, if you want to enter into.
Sure.
And we won't go back into the meeting.
Would
Go
that
ahead.
be a problem for me to join the executive session? If so, I mean, we're
Yeah.
in a public forum right now. If so, you know.
Well, we'll vote to go out, and then we'll vote to go into executive session.
Right, but when you go back, you won't be connected
No.
virtually. So I'll have
Well,
to.
I think, well, we can still be connected with you, Tom.
Can you?
I think so, yeah.
All
I
right.
think he'll put you in a room.
Are you
Okay.
still there, Steve? He had an issue with his sewer.
Well, we'll try it.
Yeah,
Why
if
don't
not,
you try it? If you can do it, why don't you give me a call on my cell and I'll back on? Or should
All
I
right,
just?
well, let's just see if we can do it before that.
Okay,
So I would entertain a motion to close the open public meeting.
so moved.
All those in favor? Oh, I need a second.
second.
Tom seconds. All those in favor? Aye. Unanimous.
So do we have to say that we?
Yes.
Okay.
So now we are going to vote to go into executive session per MGL Chapter 30A, Section 21A7, to discuss and review and vote on FY22 exemption applications. So I would entertain a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Second? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.